On the design tab, you can customize colors to whatever you want. So let's say, for instance, that I am going to customize to my own color scheme that I've created. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to go to a website called Adobe Color, and I'm just going to find a random color scheme for us to go ahead and work with to be able to create a customized color scheme. So let's say, for instance, that I'm going to go ahead and use this color scheme for my company, and I'm going to use it in more of a modern style. So I want like the more of like a sans serif font. And when we talk about like different font options, I'm going to mention these types of things. So like if I look up font types, you're going to see that there are actually like a ton of font types, including serif and sans serif and formal script and all these different things. But essentially, what you have here is you have, are you doing a serif font, which has these little tails on the end of it to make it look more traditional? Are you getting a bold serif font where it's supposed to have the tails but also be really bold? Are you doing a sans serif font where it doesn't have the tails and is a lot more modern? Are you going for elegance with like a script or black letter style? Are you moving towards like a font that's very specialized, like the Star Wars or Lego font? Those are kind of your options that you're looking at. And usually what companies do is they pair like a slab serif with a serif, or a sans serif with a serif together, or a sans serif with a slab serif. And those can work together, but it's depending on what feeling you're going to go for. And I'm going to say we're going for like a more of a modern feel, so we're going to stick more to this sans serif feeling. But we're going to use these colors here, and we're going to pick out two fonts that we think would feel like a more modern font. So to do this, we'll start with the colors. On the colors of the design tab, you can actually go to customize colors at the bottom here, and this is where you can really begin to change things. Now, the accent colors, if you'll notice, the blue, orange, gray, yellow, and all these things, those are all the colors that actually appeared when you tried to change your font color. So if I hit cancel here and I go back to the home tab, you'll see those same colors are right here and being accent 1. So if I hover over this, it says blue accent 1 all the way through green accent 6. And this is where the names actually come into play, because we're going to be changing accent 1 through accent 6. These first four colors are actually your background 1, your text 1, your background 2, and your text 2, specifically saying like, this is the text color that's going to sit on this background. This is the text color that's going to sit on this background. So you have two options there. Usually you want contrasting colors. So notice like black and white are super contrasting, and gray and dark gray are super contrasting. So that way you can actually read the text on top of the background. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually adjust these accent colors. So going back to design, back to colors, back to customization, we're going to adjust the accent 1 through accent 6 colors. When you click the drop-down menu for an accent color, it'll show you the current theme colors, standard colors, but then you have the option for more colors. Now, when we're talking about our actual colors, we want to be very specific. So if I go back to here and I go back to my colors, these are very specific colors that I want to use. And inside Word, I have the ability to use a standard color on this big hexagon, or I have the ability to create a custom color. Down here, it's going to show me what color I'm looking at, but on the bottom here, I have a color mode of RGB or HSL. RGB is red, green, blue. So what's the mixture of red light, green light, and blue light to create what you're seeing? And this is a common color mode that is actually used throughout lots of different graphic design and other things. And if I go back to my website here and look at my colors, if I scroll down here, I actually have an RGB color code for this red. So I'm going to have 217 red, 11 green, and 28 blue. So going back to Word, I'm going to go ahead and put 217 red, 11 green, and the amount for blue was 28. So I'm going to put 28 blue. And you'll see that when I type in that red, green, and blue light mixture, I actually get that red I was looking for. So what's great about this is I can actually go ahead and set each of these colors to be exactly what I want them to be based off of my color modes. So if I go back to the website, the yellow is 250, 245, and 102. So I'm going to go back to 250, 245, and 102 right here, go to more colors, 250, and it was 245 and 102, so 245 and 102. And that's that yellow. And that's going to allow me to change that color. And you'll see that things will start adjusting up here in your preview to show you what your color scheme is going to look like. So what I would do here is I would pause the video here and I would put in the blue, this beige color, and this dark gray color and get those in for yourself right now. So once you're done with that, you're going to have one accent color of accent 6 left over. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go down to my recent colors and I'm going to pick like this blue here. And then I'm going to go to more colors after I've chosen it. So that way I can get just a darker version of it. So I'm going to go to the right over here, not in the middle. And I'm just going to take that shading down to like a darker version of blue and click OK. So I have a light version and a dark version. So now I've got red, yellow, blue, beige, and dark gray, as well as another version of that blue. And I can see what that's going to look like, and I can name it. So I'm actually going to go ahead and name it Company Theme 1 and go ahead and save that. And then it will apply. And you'll notice immediately your SmartArt will adjust. Your colors have adjusted up here. But if we actually go back to the Home tab and click the drop-down menu, you'll see that all your theme colors have now adjusted to those new theme colors that you created.